Sup guys, it's me again. This will indeed be the final clip of the day. Number 66 on the list, Jared Goff, QB for the Lions. We just saw one of his most friendly targets, he said, Amon-Ra St. Brown in the previous video. Jared Goff. There he is in all his glory. You can see him right there. Right there. First of all, we're going to look at his stats. We're going to get a bit of a rundown on how he indeed managed to get himself traded to the Lions. Jared Goff, didn't he played for the Rams, didn't he? He got traded for Stafford, or at least that's kind of what makes sense in my head. Either way, let's get into his stats, his story, and his video, and then let's place him in a rugby team. Jared Thomas Goff, born October 14th, 1994, is an American football quarterback for the Detroit Lions. 6'4", 223 pounds, played college at California Golden Bears, University of California, Berkeley. Right, UC Berkeley. Okay. Picked up as the first overall pick in the 2016 draft, so he came into the league with a lot of hype. Played at the Rams from 2016 to 2020, then got traded to the Lions in 2021. He's a 3-time Pro Bowler, 2 times at the Rams, and once for the Lions last year. Most completions in a regular season game. He holds the NFL record, 45, tied with Drew Bledsoe. We all know Drew Bledsoe, don't we? For a multitude of reasons, none of which the most completions in a regular season game. After an unsuccessful rookie season, Goff rebounded in his second year when he helped lead the Rams to their first winning season in 14 years and their first playoff appearance in 13 years. Damn, Goff oversaw further improved fortunes for the Rams in 2018, which saw the team reach Super Bowl, the franchise's first Super Bowl appearance since 2001. And you're telling me that eventually when they did win a Super Bowl, he missed out? Don't you just hate it? So he played 3 years at UC Berkeley, and after his junior season, decided to forego his senior season and enter the 2016 NFL Draft. Ran a 4.82 40-yard dash, 27 inches on the vertical, 9'2" on the broad jump, and for any QB, the stat line that I'm most interested in, honestly, and it seems a lot of coaches are most interested in this, is the Wonderlic, and he got 36. On March 18th, 2021, Goff, a first-round pick in both 2022 and 2023, and a 2021 third-round pick were traded to the Detroit Lions in exchange for quarterback Matthew Stafford. Goff made his Lions debut in the season opener against the San Francisco 49ers. He finished the game completing 38 of 57 passes for 338 yards, 3 touchdowns, and an interception. Returned for a touchdown, unfortunately, as the Lions lost 41-33 despite a late rally. So he lost his first game in the Lions outfit, but he did play a fairly decent game. High-scoring game. So I'm not going to say all was lost after the first game, but it seems as if couldn't take the Lions to a winning record in 2021. In fact, they came second to last, I believe, with a record of 3-10-1. But they turned it around in 2022. As we all know, the Detroit Lions went from strength to strength, and they ended the season with a 9-8 record. So he played 17 games, 9-8, 382 completed passes for 4,438 passing yards, which is his third highest in his career, bringing his career total to 25,854 passing yards. He threw 29 touchdowns, bringing his career total to 155, to 7 interceptions. That is not bad. That's not bad at all. 7 interceptions over an entire season. He rushed the ball for 29 times, totaling 73 yards at an average of 2.5. Don't make a habit of that, mate. 23 times he was sacked over 17 games, averaging, 1.3 per game. Fumbled the ball 7 times, reclaimed it 3, and lost it 4. Hasn't been to the postseason with the Lions, but hopefully this year they do that. I'll be stoked. He's basically tasked with doing for the Detroit Lions exactly what he did for the Los Angeles Rams, turning their team around and making the playoffs for the first time in, how many years. Interesting. All right, that's about enough of that. It was just a straight trade. The Lions got Jared Goff plus a few picks. It is what it is. But they haven't quite got the Super Bowl that the Rams have. Either way, let's get into it.
It's cool to be recognized by your peers.
That's the best throw of the game.
Jared Goff, I was trying to think this entire time, who does he remind me of? Nick Foles. Don't at me.
By Jared Goff.
to see the countdown and the anticipation of it. But I think ultimately, having respect of people across the league is pretty cool.
Hey, that was awesome right there.
Hell yeah.
Jared was all business this year.
Hey, I want these guys to expect it.
How tall is he? 6'4". Jeez, he looks at least 6'6".
Expect it. Expect what's about to happen. Let's go.
With 29 touchdown passes and only 7 interceptions, Jared Goff's touchdown to interception ratio in
Was in the top 5?
2022 was the best ever for a Lions quarterback.
Huh.
Goff dropped it in the bucket that time.
A lot of teams would love to have a guy like him as their quarterback.
On the money. 50 yards. Oh my God.
Precision, he threw a couple tight window passes versus us.
What a delivery by Jared Goff.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
That's what I got to do. Sometimes they make their plays too. This year, he definitely shut some people up, which I could respect for sure.
See, that pass that he threw before into the end zone, that was at a downward trajectory the whole entire way. It was a 20-yard pass. He's got the height to really just fire passes, you know what I mean? If they're 20 yards or less, it's going to be an absolute bullet, and it's going to come from above. What a sight.
He's a great quarterback that can make multiple reads. We went into that game thinking that they were going to do some simple stuff. He kind of opened up the whole playbook. I think they put 24 points on us in the halftime. So I was like, "Boom, that's not the same Jared Goff."
Jared Goff, cool, calm, and collected.
Let's call it complimentary.
No, it's not the same Jared Goff. He's come to a new team, zero pressure. Just try and win some games. That's all he needs to do.
Football, folks.
One of the most explosive offenses in the league last year.
Easier said than done.
This has been a tremendous offense this year.
You're seeing the transformation of this Lions team right in front of your eyes.
You're telling me we get to do this for another quarter?
Week 1 when we played him, he was relentless the whole time. Every time our offense went out there and scored, felt like he was driving the ball down the field, putting his team in position to score. He's going to fight until it says 0-0-0 in the fourth quarter.
God, we fight though, man.
When we played them, I felt like he really had an answer for any kind of situation that we gave him. To me, that's what really makes a good quarterback, is someone that knows what to do with the ball and does it quickly.
Well, if we didn't know about St. Brown from the video before, we certainly do now. I've seen him about 3 or 4 times. That connection's got to be.
He was just very effective and efficient.
Got to be strong.
Their system and their scheme, and just did a good job making plays. And
See, it's another pass from above, bro. That's what an absolute bullet.
Yeah.
180. What's it? Let's go.
Goff finished the season throwing 324 straight passes without an interception, the 5th longest streak in NFL history.
I'm just excited to see what Jared does next year. He's going to go crazy.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, that's really all I can focus on is next year. I'm just excited to see what he does. He's coming into his prime, age 28. He's got time on his side, and he's got a team that he's been able to rally around them, go from 3-14, or what was it? 3-10-1. Oh, he only played 14 games the year before. So, yeah, basically, going from a losing record by far to a winning record, sky's the limit for this season. So, best of luck, mate. And look, if I had to place you in a rugby team, 6'4", 223 pounds, he's got a fucking decent pass on him. I'd assume with those long legs, he'd have a decent kick. We can't put him in at halfback. He's just too tall, too lanky. But he could play number 10, possibly. He could be a hybrid lock, you know what I mean? Like a bit of a running game, not so much. You don't need to be a huge runner of the ball, but you need to have hands, right? You need to have a certain amount of height. You need to have decent hands to catch that ball. You need to have a bit of ability on both the offensive and defensive side of the ball. The only tackle attempt that I've seen him make in a previous video, he really didn't want a bar of it. So I don't know if I don't know if he'd really suit the forwards, but I am going to place him in as a lock. We've had locks at, 6'7" so far. 6'4" is a little bit shorter, but he's got the body type for it, and I think he'd flourish. I think give him the opportunity to run with the ball, give him the opportunity to put in some, lay the smack down, and I feel like he'd flourish. Age 28, his body's far from breaking down. I'm going to put Jared Goff in at lock. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.